Well, another Father's Day has passed for many of us dads. For Dennys, it was kind of a new rite of passage. First time he could celebrate as a dad.
Big D.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Fortunately, not really at an age yet, your son Lachlan, where he can really give you much appreciation for the sacrifices you make for him.
No, so Jen made, since she does pottery, she made some mugs, and then she dipped his feet in paint and then put them on the mugs and then wrote a message.
That's
for
awesome.
Father's Day. Yeah.
That's very cool.
It's awesome.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Baby foot mug.
That's
Yeah,
very
she made me a
nice.
mug that said, Happy Father's Day, MFer from Lachlan.
I love
That's
it.
what she made.
That's
And
adorable.
for mother, father.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute. That's so cute. So what we're going to do here is give Denny's a little daddy test here, because basically, depending upon what stage of life your kid is in, it's a whole new set of challenges on how to be a dad and a parent, and it just never changes. They leave the house, and you would think the parenting is over, and it's actually not even over yet. Like, when does it stop? You're just always, I guess, a dad and always parenting your kids. So I got a couple challenges here for you, Denny's. We'll give you 10 seconds, and then we'll let the audience decide if you pass the test or not.
10
Okay.
seconds to give you an answer on these
it's got to be quick,
dilemmas.
because a lot of times, bam, I mean, you get hit with something, and you got that second to look like, wait, what? And then you got to come up with something pretty quick.
It could be life or death.
Yeah, could be.
They're all listening.
All right.
The baby's sitting by the radio going, all right, all right.
We're going to start younger and easier with these dilemmas here. Okay, Denny's, your son Lachlan won't eat his vegetables. What do you do?
Look at Popeye. He eats his spinach and he's super strong. Look at the Jolly Green Giant. He's super strong. He eats all his vegetables. He's actually made of vegetables. So if you want to be like him, eat your vegetables.
Dad, who are those people you just said?
I'll show him the picture.
Such old
I
references,
only had
Pop.
10 seconds.
Who's Popeye?
Popeye reference.
Jolly Green
I'm trying to
Giant.
think of people who love vegetables.
Okay, we'll give him a pass-fail grade. What do you think, Virginia? Is that the way to handle trying to get a kid to eat his vegetables?
I think it's a great answer. I'm giving him a pass.
Okay, Virginia's going to be nice on him. That's why we're going to send it to the audience. I'll have Suits put up the poll.
Hey, I'll give you a pass. I love old references. Like, pass.
Okay, Denny's attempt to get his young son to eat his vegetables, pass or fail. Anything else you might want to add in there, Virginia? Is any other thoughts on what you might do or have done with your kids?
So you can sneak vegetables into smoothies. And even when he's a toddler, toddlers start drinking smoothies, and you can put stuff in there. You can put vegetables in it and kind of disguise them. Stuff like spinach, stuff like carrots. You can sneak vegetables into their food. And then now, too, they make pasta with vegetables. And that's good for them, too. It's got the protein in it and all that kind of stuff. So you have to be sneaky and stay ahead of these kids.
Only thing is, I'll say is the older they get, they'll be able to figure out when you're lying and being sneaky. And it happened with my mom. I caught her lying about putting butter on my grilled cheese when she was using it with mayonnaise instead, which made it kind of not very good. And of course, caught her lying. It hurt.
Never lie about butter and mayo.
No. That's how you hurt kids.
That's how you hurt kids. Still talking
Look
about
at him.
it.
He's damaged.
You're right, I was 6.
Okay, on your first challenge, Denny's, unfortunately, the chat room is giving you a fail grade.
Oh,
15%
damn.
for a fail on that
Oh,
one.
man.
Yeah. Going to Popeyes and the Jolly Green Giant.
All
apparently.
right. I'll think of newer references.
All right.
They're harsh.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough test here. Okay. Denny's daddy test. Your second challenge. Your son Lachlan is 12, and he wants a smartphone.
If you get a smartphone which knows everything, it will make you dumb. You want to wait till you're older and you're already smart before you start using a smartphone, since it'll give you the answers to everything.
But Dad, every one of my friends have one. Every one.
Okay. So Denny's is putting off his son getting a smartphone at the age of 12, saying that the smartphone makes you dumb.
Yes.
Okay. Virginia, what have been your experiences with kids and smartphones, and what did you try to do? And I'll have Suits put up a question. Is Denny's explanation for the smartphone at 12 a pass or fail?
I think every kid is different, and I think I know now more than I knew back when Rocco was first given a phone. But, I mean, I'm old. He's the second kid. I don't care as much. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, you just gave up.
At least you're honest.
Okay.
I'm not fighting every fight. I'm just
Yeah.
like, here, have a phone.
I thought you crushed it.
Here, Rocco was on it yesterday, putting up a post.
Rocco is so technologically advanced. He
Didn't
was
he open his
teaching-
own bank?
He did, yeah.
The Bank of Rocco, yeah.
Bank of
He was
Rocco.
only taking deposits.
Yeah, there's no withdrawals.
We had to shut that down. Like, Rocco, no, you can't have your own bank.
Yeah. Okay.
It seems like a scam.
Okay. Let me see. In the chat room, 62% of the audience gives Dennys a fail grade
Oh, 62 fail.
on the smartphone.
They're coming for our sweet
goodness.
Denny's.
We'll see.
It's just tough.
Oh, man.
Okay.
It's a rough crowd, Dennis.
All right, the very peaceful Dennys. You are faced with your son getting bullied at school. What do you do?
I would say often people who are weaker bully because they use the strength. It's a very obvious way to show your strength to somebody. So usually the people who are calm and collected and stay away are... Jeez. 10 seconds is so short,
Dad,
guys.
you're kind of confusing me, man.
I was trying not to get too philosophical.
Dad, are you high?
Virginia, what do you do when your kid's getting bullied at school?
Well, maybe don't do what I did, which was go to the school and threaten the principal with physical violence.
Didn't you show up at someone's house too before? Yeah, she
I
should have.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to listen.
I don't know if I'm the person to
Ball
ask.
bat. You
I
have a
did the
ball bat? Was
opposite.
there a ball bat there?
I never took the bat out of the car.
Oh, okay.
I told the judge, and I'm telling you, the bat stayed in the car. If I would have needed it, I had it. But I did not ever at any point take the bat out of the car. And I've swore under oath to that.
It's on record.
Yeah, she ended up in court. It wasn't a great experience.
It's kind of an opposite advice.
But you must confront.
I mean, court is time consuming.
Oh my gosh, so time consuming.
Okay, sadly, Denny's gets a fail grade on that.
I'm still working on it. I've only had a kid for a month
That's
now.
all right.
Oh,
This
Kevin-
is- we're handing it off at the pass here.
He's just gonna add like 30 more seconds to the clock.
Jeez.
Yeah, the 10 seconds is quick, Kevin.
I know.
He was getting into it, just getting warmed up, and then the buzzer went off.
He just got into it when the buzzer went off.
I'm a new parent.
Okay, let's flip it here. You find out that your son Lachlan is being a bully at school. As a dad, how do you handle that, Denny's?
Oh, you don't want to be the bad guy in a movie. When we watch movies, we have good guys and we have bad guys. And if you're being a bully at school, that makes you a bad guy. And we're trying to be good guys over here.
Oh, okay.
Am I close?
Okay. I like it. You got in under the buzzer. That was the first one you got in.
I feel the pressure now.
Okay. I think one of the biggest issues maybe for parents, and that you always hope this, is that your kids have empathy. And it's kind of weird because I've seen some nice parents that seem to be very sweet and loving, and they sometimes have kids, they're little jerk faces.
Because they're letting them walk all over them. They're not being stern when they need to be stern. They're letting these sweet kids do whatever they want, and then they go out into the world and then they ruin everything.
What would you tell a parent that has a kid that they don't feel has empathy? And how do you teach empathy to a kid, Virginia?
Boarding school? I don't know.
You're asking her about empathy? You should ask. I don't even have kids. You should be asking me about that. That's a witch.
Virginia's like, leave the bat in the car.
That girl?
Okay. Letting your kid know they're going to be the bad guy if they're the bully at school. You got a passing grade on
all
that.
right, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
people, there you go. People
Nice
like
and cut
that.
and dry on that one.
Hold on, Dad.
Nice job, Denny's.
Okay. All right. Final challenge here for Denny's Daddy Test. You have a teenage boy at 14, and you catch him with either weed or adult materials.
That sounds like a good, fun
I
kid.
was gonna say.
Age 14.
Just blame it on me.
This kid's cool.
Okay, Denny's, in 10 seconds as a dad, how do you handle it?
Kid, what are you doing going through my drawers? That's where I keep my weed and my adult materials. That's a privacy lesson, you know. Don't rifle through your parents' stuff.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, come on.
Grounded.
So it's not a lesson on morality, it's one on privacy.
Yeah, don't be going through my stuff.
Okay.
You'll find all sorts of things.
Virginia, for you, you've got the same issue with Rocco. Are you alarmed by either, or do you have any kind of lecture? Is there a punishment that goes into it?
I think there's more just like, hey, you know, what do you want to be when you get bigger? You know, if you do a bunch of drugs when you're younger, I think that it really inhibits what you're supposed to be doing when you're younger, which is going to school, paying attention, getting your grades where they need to be. And, you know, I saw it in my high school. There was kids that just, you know, went out back and smoked weed during school, and then they were just checked out the whole school day. And those kids are still in the same town doing the same thing that they did back in high school. Like, if you got dreams and goals and you want to be focused on the future, yeah, you smoke a little weed on the weekend. Sure, fine, no problem. But during the week, you got to go to class, you got to do your school. You can't be out back to high school smoking weed,
I'm
skipping
vibing.
class.
People in the chat room want to know, can we fail Virginia?
So this is what cops do when they have a person when they're investigating. They just let them talk, and eventually they talk too much. What? Smoke weed on the weekends, kids.
I'm with it.
Weekend warrior, bruh. When you school week, you got to do your studies. You can't be caught at school. Oh, you cannot be caught at school with any kind of drugs. Then you in big trouble.
Okay, so the lesson here is, kids, if you're going to party, become a weekend warrior.
Yeah, I think that's a
Okay,
good
so
lesson.
finally, we'll just ask one more question of our chat room. Who actually gave better parenting advice through this whole thing? Dennys or Virginia, who has one grown child and one that is working their way up? So, yeah, we'll see. Even though you did wind up failing a lot of those challenges, Dennys.
I got one National Honor Society kid, so step off.